Shalom, call hello Allah Yahweh by Hashem Shah, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people in the world ignorantly call God, by Hashem in the name of Yahweh Shah, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people in the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Once again, it's Yahweh by Hashem Shah. Also, Shalom to the you Akim, you brothers that's pushing and spreading this word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the names Yahweh by Hashem Shah. Shalom to you Akim as well. Also, shalom to the Israelite foreigners, the speckled bird, man, woman, the child, whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers, though you may look like the heathen nations just scattered amongst, which the heathen nations, other nations starting from 2 on down, as you see, those are the heathen nations. Also, bear with me right quick. If your bloodline, your lineage goes back to these people right here through the man, and if your spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it to the speckled bird, man, woman, and child, if this does apply to you, okay, you are Israelites, though you may look or have the appearance of the heathen nations, due to the scattering of these people right here you see on this chart, okay, you're going to have Israelites that look like the heathen nations, but they're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28, the 15th verse on down. The Spirit bear witness that they are the children of Yahweh by Shemal Shah, this word. And also, once again, most importantly, their line goes back to these tribes or these people through the man. So if they have a heathen mother and they come looking like the heathen mother, but their father's an Israelite, then they're Israelite as well. Okay? To the few Aquafas, you sisters that do listen and learn, Shalom. To the elect of the nation of Israel, whether it be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, where his words going out to, Shalom to you as well. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as you see in this chart, once again, you combine, consist, and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, once again, Yahweh Shah. Okay? I got a clip. I've been wanting to do this video, but I'm doing it now, so I'm going to play it. Yahweh is out, this is edifying.
Of the work week, at least under normal circumstances when everybody's working, we thought we'd ask the water cooler question, the question that everybody's talking about. And here it is. Are you ready? Will this prolonged lockdown, this self-isolation, or whatever you choose to call it, cause A, more babies to be born in America, or B, more divorces to occur in America? The word itself scares me so much I can't pronounce it. Joining us now to take us on this national quandary is my colleague Scotty Nell Hughes, and our newest and shiniest political contributor here at RT America. We welcome Stephen Gruber. All right, guys, this really is the question of the day, isn't it? More babies or more divorces? Steve, I'm going to let you start since you're the new guy. Take it away, my friend.
Rick, good to see you. Thank you for having me here. You know, let's be honest. People have a lot of spare time on their hands, and what are you going to do with all that time? I suppose you're going to find out if your good relationship was good, it might have gotten a lot better since you were locked in your house and you couldn't go anywhere. You can't go out on a Friday night, so you find something to do, maybe a little bit of wine at home, some romance, and next thing you know, you have a few million children. We'll call them coronials. How about that for a term? Coronials is what we'll call the wave of children. You like that?
I love that.
But that's possible, right?
The fact that you just coined a phrase right here is very exciting for us. We're going to have to find a way to get that out there. Go on. I did not mean to interrupt you with my laughter. Continue.
No, that's fine. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that have a chance to get together and literally get together and spend time because there's nothing else to do. And how much binge watching of television can you do? After a while, you get bored. Honey, what are you doing? It's a third time today. Yes, but it's only noon. Let's make some good work of our time. Plus, you have to couple this with a little bit of research I did. I found that the Carex plants, Carex makes 1 in 5 condoms on the planet. This is an important point.
Yeah.
They're closed. So Carex is closed. 1 in 5 condoms on the planet is not being made. There's a condom shortage, Rick. So this could multiply, no pun intended, could multiply the problem.
Man, that is such a very well-prepared and full-throated report. Well done, Steve. Scotty, tell him why he's wrong. Well, that's the thing. He's not wrong. And considering right now I'm in the middle of a house of teenagers, I'm not worried about the perennials. I'm actually worried about the quarantines that are going to happen because Lord knows if you've ever lived with teenagers in your house, that right there is like living through the apocalypse, especially when you're all in the house. But I'm going to actually put in there C, Rick. It's not just going to be the babies and the divorces. It's going to be C. It's both. I think we're going to see a lot more pressure, a lot more stress put on families. Add into that the fact that you've got an economy and people losing their jobs every day. And I think you have a really good chance at people fighting, making up, and then fighting again. Unfortunately, it might involve more lawyers. It's nothing new. This is usually what happens after any pandemic. What makes this time different, Rick, is that we've actually radically altered our lives, no doubt. But normally, during a crisis, it's human nature to kind of come together. But in this case, we're being told, and in some cases paid, to stay apart. So if you want to talk about the stars are not aligned with the moon right now, that's exactly what is happening with this crisis, and it's happening globally. Well, I've been married to the same woman for 30 years, only woman actually that I've been with, and I'm going to wink at the camera right now and let her know that there's nothing, including the coronavirus, that could ever separate us, because that's how much you mean to me, honey. Okay, now back to the story, in case we get it. I think this is the kind of thing that can actually cause dysfunctions in marriages and in families, because as Americans, we're always on the go. We don't live like this anymore. We're not Farmer Joe and Farmer Mary anymore. This is really weird circumstances that we're going to find ourselves in. And if not now, guys, 2, 3, 4 months from now, if this continues, my goodness, right?
Well, it
Well,
could
that's
be
the
tough.
thing.
There's
And
no
Rick, let me
question,
just
Rick.
Well, that's the thing. And let me just point this out. On one hand, you're right, Rick. Things were going, everybody was going several different ways. The lemonade out of the situation is it has made families have to prioritize and spend time with each other. And that's been, society has forced that. So
Okay.
in some cases,
I like
I do
it.
believe that the family bonds have become stronger. And Lord knows, I played more board games with my children than I ever have before in my life. So in that case, at least.
All right, so that's good enough. But you see what what it says. Basically, this coronavirus, it could cause problems, with relationships, basically divorce rates going up, and really that's already happening. Seeing a lot of people now that they're stuck together in the house, now that they can't go out. They can't go to the bar, they can't go to the club, they can't go to sports events. A lot of people can't even go to work no more. Now they have to sit in the house, together, and it's coming out that whole time, even if they're so-called married, that they didn't really like each other. They didn't really wasn't really into each other. They claim, people they're starting to get a stronger bond. Okay, but at the end of the day, real quick, the scriptures say, "Woe unto you that give suck in those days," because we in the time of what? Jacob's trouble. Okay. Let me just get that scripture real quick. Yeah, this is Mark 13, right? Actually, I'll get bear with me. Jeremiah 30:7. I'll start from there. Come back. Alright, this is Jeremiah 30:4. It says, "And these are the words that the Lord Yahweh spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah." So you tribes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, including those whose lines go back to those people through the man, once again. Okay? All of you. It's speaking to all of you. It says, "For thus said the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." Okay? Ask ye now, see whether man to travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. And you know that that's not talking. A man can't have a child. So what is that saying? It's saying that a man, okay, you can have a so-called alpha male in that day, that we coming into. Okay, a man with tattoos, he work out, he's fit, you know, A dude, he's been in prison all his life, so he knows how to, fight and all that other madness. That man, even he's gonna be scared in these days that we're coming into. Okay, Allah's for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And once again, Jacob is who? You 12 tribes. Okay, you're Jacob, and this is the time that we're basically we're in the phases in the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, and he that's gonna be saved out of it is who? The elect. Okay, the remnant that Yahweh Bashimel Shah has preserved from the destruction that's getting ready to come upon this place. Okay, America and the rest of the world. Okay, but truly America, because America is gonna be the main spot that Yahweh Bashimel Shah is gonna judge. Okay, and this is what we're coming into. This is what basically what we're in. Okay, if this thing continues in the path that's going on, it look like, you know, it is. They might so called be, you know, uh, open up these so called states, but still, even as they're saying that the stuff that the things that they're opening up is not the same. Okay, you can still only it only requires certain people, and you can only bring in a certain amount of people. It's not gonna be like it was back in January before this hit. Okay, those days are gone. Okay, yeah, oil prices just crashed, which that's another topic for another time. But we're in those times, and this is Mark 13. You got people bugging out because they've been in the house. Some people been in the house for weeks. Whenever the lockdown went into effect within the city or their state, this is Mark. Let me see. In 13 and 17, it says, "But woe unto them that are with child, or to them that give suck in those days." Okay, why? Because it's gonna be a famine. You're gonna have martial law. They're gonna be able to. They're gonna be having their way with you people. They're gonna be gunning you people down. They're gonna be kicking your doors in, especially you tribes, because you tribes are gonna be the front. Okay, for all this, you're gonna be at the forefront of all this. Okay, when Esau comes down, with Esau Edom, it's the so-called Caucasian race. When they come down with that wrath, you're gonna be the face of that wrath when they come down. Okay, a lot of women. There's a famine. A lot of women they're gonna be eating their kids. This is in the scriptures. Okay, this is why it says, "Well, you give sucking those days." This is why it says, "Blessed be those." Real quick, I'm going to Apocrypha. You got a lot of people, mainly Jake, because Jake is known for multiplying, which that's a blessing that the Lord gave onto our nation. Okay, to be fruitful and multiply. But the time period that we in, you know, it's not a good time for that. Real quick. This is actually I get this 16. This fits more, right? Real quick. I'll start right here. Is second Ezra 16 and 40 says, actually 36. I start with it at 36. Behold, it says, the word of the Lord Yahweh be receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All this destruction that you see taking place on the planet Earth right now, everything you're seeing that's just going bad is all plagues sent from on high. Okay? From the Lord. As when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child coming forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the Lord and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And this is what's happening. Okay? The Lord just compared the destruction to, a woman actually giving birth. Okay? You have the early stages when she's in the early stages of her pregnancy. and then it comes down, to the point where she ready to deliver. It's the same thing with the plagues, man. Okay, the early stage of this was the Lord, Esau, he set up shop. Basically, he did what he did to get in power. Then what? Around 69, 70, that's when this place started going down. Okay, and from there, this word's been going out, for at least 50 years plus, or 50 years, all the way up to now. Now look, we're in the time where this destruction is getting ready to come full fledged. It's not holding back no more. It's not tarrying no more, like it says in Habakkuk, the second chapter. Okay, O my people, the Israelites, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. And if you go into pilgrims, it means foreigners. Okay, meaning not to be, attached. Which it goes for myself foremost. Myself as well, because I'm not exempt. But it means not to be attached to anything in this system. Okay. Now, of course, we still in this system. It's saying not to be attached to it. Okay. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. Okay. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. Here's the point. They that marry as they shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And even if you an Israelite, you already have kids, it's all good. You're not, okay, you're not bad because you already have kids. Okay? Just, pray, that to Yahweh Shemel Shah, and Lord willing, you be of the 1/3 that He protects you and your offspring. And for one, you women, if you have an Israelite man, you are to know to be bound to that man. You're supposed to respect that man. Okay, the Lord's watching it. Okay, the Lord's not gonna protect you wicked ass Israelite women out there. You know, but that's the point. Okay, I could keep going. Actually, I'll go up. I'll keep going a little bit. Then I'm gonna stop. And therefore they that labor in vain, labor in vain. And you see that, okay, with the jobs. These people been laboring, working hard, going to school, going to college, getting their degrees, okay, to get these high end jobs, okay. And what's happening? You're getting laid off from that job. So basically, all that effort you put to get in that job or getting to a certain position within this system, you're losing it that quick at a snap of a finger, okay? Because it was in vain. This system is destined to be destroyed by Yahweh Shema Shah, and it's the time we in. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children, okay? But point being is, it says they that marries, they shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. Like I said, if you got children, you are Israelite, you got children, just, pray to Yahweh Shema Shah, The Lord's going to take care of those He's going to take care of in these times. He's going to let you know who He's going to be dealing with. Okay? But the point being is, you're seeing why it said what it said in the 44th verse. Because now you're seeing that people on lockdown, the divorce rate is going to skyrocket. Especially now the fact that you got, people losing their jobs. Okay? And the woman, she likes to be, she likes to know that she's supported, She wants to be comfortable, knowing that she has a place to lay her head and she's protected. And if a man loses his job, he can't pay the rent, he can't do nothing, okay? She no longer, feel that man, she could be with that man, okay? And that's why that's what you got to see. You're about to see the divorce rate go sky high, okay? You're going to see a lot of Job's wives out here. Like Job, because Job, before, okay, everything happened to him, before the Lord used Satan to tempt him. Job was wealthy. He had a large family. He had cattle. Okay, he had gold. He had silver. He had everything. But the Lord used Satan to tempt him. His kids died. Okay, he lost all his wealth. He was basically he was humbled. Okay, and what happened? Job's wife, she turned against him because she saw everything, that all the riches they had, it vanished. This is what you're getting ready to see. A lot of Job's wives out here, or Lot's wife too. Okay, when Lot was, ordered to leave Sodom and Gomorrah, he left, but his wife looked back, and the reason why she looked back because all the riches and all the things that she had within that kingdom, within that empire, she couldn't leave it. So what happened? She turned to a pillar of salt, and this was getting ready to happen on a mass level. Okay, this is why it says that. That's why it says, real quick, it's similar, But like if you got a wife and you got kids, this is gonna sound similar to what I just read, but I'm gonna get it anyway. It's 1 Corinthians 7 and I start at 24. It says, Brethren, let every man wherein he is called therein abide with Yahweh. Now concerning virgins, I have not no commandment of the Lord, yet I give my judgment as one that have obtained mercy of the Lord to be faithful. I suppose, therefore, that this is good for the present distress. I say that it is good for a man so to be. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. So if you got a wife already and you in this truth, just stick with her. Don't try to depart from her. Don't try to leave from her. If she doing good by you, just keep her. Just stick with her. Seek not a wife. you know. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. So if you don't have a wife and you still, which marriage according to Deuteronomy 21 or 22 is sex. That's true marriage, not going to the courthouse or going to Esau. You set up a big wedding, people watch you. You wear this big white dress, man, with the tux, with the suit on. That's not real marriage, okay? So it's saying if you do marry, okay, you're not going off, And if a virgin married and she have not sinned. Nevertheless, as long as that man, or really if that man he does not, the woman that he's dealing with, she's not already in a relationship with a man. Now that's going off. If she's single and she's not dealing with anybody, then that's okay. You're not sinning. And for the woman, okay, if you're in a relationship with a man, you try to seek another man, that's going off. She have not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you because this is what you seeing. What you saw in that video, that's trouble in the flesh. You're going to have arguments, okay? Satan going to be hopping on her, and she's going to be saying all types of things. She's going to be, a burden, okay? That's just what comes on this side. We're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter, and one of the curses was that our woman, okay, they will have an evil eye toward the man will have an evil eye toward the woman and his children of his bosom, okay? So that's what you're going to have to deal with on this side, okay? But on the kingdom, we're not going to deal with that. But anyway, this, I say, brethren, the time is short, okay? The time of what? The end of this world, which the end of this world is compliant to the Esau is the end of the world. Esau, the so-called white man. This is the end of his world. This is why you're seeing everything going downhill every day. Every day is some bad news because this man's getting ready to get taken out of power, okay? And you tribes are going to be the new rulers, okay? It says, it remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. So if you are in a relationship, okay, you a man and Lord in this relationship. If you got a wife, of course, like it says, stick with her, but always keep in mind that, you like it said in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, the 40th verse, get ready to lose it, Be as though you had none. Don't be too attached to her. Because we coming into some times where, okay, it's going to require faith. And a lot of women, the Lord departed wisdom from them. And a lot of them don't really have faith. That's why a lot of them are completely breaking down, But it's going to get to a point where Esau, when this society is completely, it's breaking down now. But it's getting to a point where it's going to get real bad that the only way to these people, because these people are attached to this system, out is the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, because that's what Esau is going to implement as a solution to everything going back to normal. And a lot of these women, they're going to take it, man. And a lot of them might be with you. A lot of them might be in a relationship with you. They ain't eat in 2 or 3 days, and they might say, you know what? They might for beg and plead for you to take that chip, which you are not to take that chip, according to the scriptures. And if you don't take it, they might take you. She might go, okay, and take the kids with her and get them chip. So this is why you can't be attached. If you're in a relationship, you can't be too attached, to your woman, okay? Because anything could happen these times we coming into, you know. She could probably get judged, whatever, man. Okay, but the time is short, you know. And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. Okay, because you know a lot of you also gonna have a lot of family members. Some of them, the Lord might have it to where they get judged on the side. Some of them might not make it. You know, I just had a relative die 2 days ago. Okay, but the scriptures. Luckily I had the scriptures in my head, so I didn't really uh, 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 wasn't really too impacted by it. I was kind of a little bit, but anyway, this is the times we coming in. Okay, it's gonna get real bad. There's gonna be a lot of betrayal out here too. Okay, you're starting to see it. So I'm gonna skip down. Actually, I'll keep going. And they that use this world as not abusing it. Okay, for the fashion of this world passeth away, and this is the time we in. Okay, this world, the fashion of it, this system is passing away. And the new system, as this system is passing away, our system is coming up. The system of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Israelites. Okay? Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shema Shai. But let me keep going. But I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried care for the things that belongeth to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. How he may please the Lord. Okay? Because the thing is, if you don't have a wife, you could, do the work. Okay? Because if you're in a relationship, another thing is, if you're in a relationship, you gotta spend time with your wife. Gotta give her some time today. But at the same time, you gotta, you know, do the work. Okay, that's if you're doing it. But he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. There's a difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman care for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and in spirit. But she that is married care for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. Okay? And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. Because you got to understand that your wife, she can't deliver you, okay, from the times we coming into, okay? Only Yahweh Shemal Shah could deliver you, you know? Let me keep, right? I'm going to keep going. But if any man think that he had behaved himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she passed the flower age, if she passed her, her puberty, which that's a whole nother lesson. That's a controversial topic for a lot of people anyway. And need so required, let him do what he will, and he sinneth not. Let them marry. So you're not going off, like I said, you're not going off if you get in a relationship, you know. Nevertheless, he that stands steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but have power over his own will, he have so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virgin, doeth well. So then he that giveth her in marriage doeth well, but he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth, but if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. But if she is happier, if so, okay, that's it. That was the point. Okay? But it's best, you do the work. It's best you just you remain single. If you can't do it, if you want a wife, then go ahead and do it. But still do the work though. You know, still fear the Lord. Because that's another thing. The scriptures also say that wine and women cause of a righteous man to fall. Okay, so you still gotta fear the Lord. Okay, because they'll take your attention off. And really, I'm gonna get another scripture. You gotta look at it like this too. Bear with me real quick. I go in the blue letter. But like I said earlier, you are gonna have a lot of Job's wives out here. You're gonna have a lot of Lot's wives, man. Okay, a lot of them ain't really gonna be with you in these times, cause a lot of them really don't got faith. Job's wife was a main example of the times we getting ready to come into. This is so if you are in a relationship and your woman leave, just let her leave. Don't try to fight like, all right, let's work it. No, don't do that. Okay, just let her leave. Okay, but if she stays with you, then good. Then bear with me real quick. You look Yahweh Ratazah, she endure all the way through Jacob's trouble with you. She be saved and get on the chariots, okay, with you. You know, um, bear with me real quick. Yep, it's Proverbs 29:3. Whoso loveth wisdom, because if you go into wisdom, if you look up wisdom in the etymology online, okay, let me just keep going. I'm gonna get it next, right? Proverbs 29:3. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. And that's what a lot of dudes end up doing. Okay? They get so into their woman, for one, they lose, like the scriptures say, a man loses wits over a woman. Okay, which is going to it's twofold. It goes into the different doctrines that's out here, but it's also could apply to actual women. They'll spend all their money on their women, they'll get locked up for their women. Okay? And what happens? She'll end up leaving you anyway. And in this society, they could take all your substance. Okay? You could split and divorce, and she could get all your goods, man. Okay? And you'll just be left. You'll just be hurt. You just be hurting. Okay? You just be through. Okay? But that's why wisdom, okay, is more important. The wisdom of Yahweh by Shema Shah is more important. It's more important to be, to fear Yahweh by Shema Shah and keep his commandments. That's the duty of all men, like it says in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. But this is wisdom. Real quick. All right. Right. I started Wisdom of Solomon. Let me see. I started Wisdom of Solomon. Let me see. In 9, it says, "Unto you, therefore, O kings, you Israelite men, okay, do I speak that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away." And really, because what? Wisdom and knowledge shall, according to Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability, which stability, you go to that word stability, it goes into faith of thy times. Okay? For they that keep holiness holily shall be judged holy, and they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yeah, she is easily seen of them, because that's your wife. Okay? You got your physical wife and you got this. The scriptures is also these scriptures is this book consider a wife? Okay, wisdom, right? Because if you go into wisdom, if you look it up on the etymology, online, okay, I'm gonna just get it, for edification's sake, to show you. If you go into wisdom in the Greek, right? Sophia, okay? Proper name from Greek, Sophia, skill, knowledge of acquaintance with, sound judgment, practical wisdom, cunning, shrewdness, philosophy, also wisdom personified, okay? And look at that, it's Sophia. That's why I said she. So if you go back, just had to bring that point out. Oh man. Says where I left off. Wisdom, yep. I started 12 again. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yes, she is easily seen of them that love her and found of such as seek her. Right? She prevented them that desire her in making herself first known unto them. Whoso seeketh her shall have no great travail. You ain't gonna have no problems, right? For he shall find her sitting at his doors, right? Wisdom is always going to dwell with you, but your physical woman, it's a possibility that she gonna leave. But think about it. In the times we come into, like I said earlier, Isaiah 33:6, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Okay? A lot of these people don't have the wisdom and knowledge understanding. They just through. But if you have a woman and she leave, at least you still got the understanding of the scriptures. At least you got the understanding of what's going to happen and how you could be protected and saved out of it. While the rest of these people, they lose their woman and they just, they assed out here. So that's why this book is considered, these scriptures consider your wife as well. You know, she prevented them that desire her in making herself first known unto them. I read that. Let me keep going. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail for her, for he shall find her sitting at his doors. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom. Whoso watcheth for her shall quickly without care be without care. Okay, why? Because you're gonna have the understanding of why things are taking place. You're gonna have the understanding of why what's going to happen and what the Lord's going to do. While the rest of these people, they just don't understand. They just don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Like you see now. Okay? That's why. Okay? Yep, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stop. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showing herself favorable unto them in the ways, and meet them in every thought. For the very true beginner of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love, and love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. And incorruption make of us near unto Yahweh. And that's what you want. You want to be on the good side of Yahweh, okay? And it's only begotten son Yahweh Shah, okay? When they get back, okay? And wisdom is the way to that, okay? So this really is your wife, in the spirit, you know? At least if you do, like I say, if you do lose your wife, you still got the wisdom. You still got this woman. You still got Sophia. But if you don't lose your wife, you still got that physical wife, and you got this wisdom. Okay? And that's gonna lead to what? Salvation. Okay? And real quick, a prime example. This is Matthew 6 and right. I started at 24. It says, No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Mammon and Yahweh. And that's going into, Esau, and it could go into many things, The so-called white man, it could go into, money, serving money, serving your woman, serving whatever, man. Anything that takes your eye off Yahweh by Shem Shah, that could apply, man. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, or what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than the meat, and the body the raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns. Yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And I say yet unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if Yahweh so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, so shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith. So Lord saying, don't worry about these different, you think, we come into these times now. It could apply to me as well, Sometimes, you'll get, them doubt demons on you, you know. So the Most High is saying, don't worry about how you're going to eat. Don't worry about how you're going to be clothed. Don't worry about, your woman, your kids. The Lord say he got you, If he dealing with you, he got you. Okay? Therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewith shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek, these people, okay? Especially these heathens, okay? They seek that. You see Esau, he prepping all these things, and it's not even going to work. He's preparing for one scenario, and that's not even going to work. Martial law going to scoop that up. But anyway, for your heaven, this is why you're seeing people bug out. People don't know how they're going to eat their next meal, how they're going to get paid to pay their rent, okay? They don't know when things going back to normal, you know. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. And the reason why they bugging out is because what? They don't have sophia. They don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, They're blinded, okay? But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. How do you seek the Lord? Through wisdom. Okay, the fear of the Lord. Okay. Let me get that real quick. Yep. This is Proverbs 1:7. Let me see. Let's start. To the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, wisdom. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. These people in the world, 2/3 of our people, the heathens, okay, they're fools. Okay, they despise instruction. They think they got it already. So look at them. They're bugging out now. They're finding out that they don't have it. They find out they ain't shit. Okay, excuse my language. But another example was with King Solomon. Okay, I'm about to get it. If I could find it. Bear with me. Seeing where I'm gonna start at. Solomon, King Solomon, you know, he uh he asked the Lord for wisdom, and the Lord added, you know, not only did the Lord give him the greatest wisdom on the planet Earth, okay, but he added not only with the wisdom, he just gave him the wisdom, but he get on how to rule and govern, but he also gave him, you know, actual physical riches. Okay, I'm trying to see where find where he asked, you know, the Lord for wisdom. Yep, I'll start right here. It's First Kings in 3:1. It says, and Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David. And so he had made an end of building his own house, and the house of the Lord, and the walls of Jerusalem around about. Only the people sacrificed in high places, because there was no house built onto the name of the Lord until those days. And Solomon loved the Lord, walking in the statutes of David his father. Only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that was the great high place, as thousands burnt offerings, 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer up upon that altar. And Gibeon the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and Yahweh said, ask what I shall give thee. Right? And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he had walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day. And now, O Lord, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant understanding, wisdom, heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great of a people? Right? And the speech pleased the Lord Yahweh, that Solomon asked this thing. Right? He's seeked wisdom instead of what? Seeking carnal riches. Like it said in Matthew the 6th chapter, right? And Yahweh said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor has asked the life of thine enemies, but has asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, and one thing before I continue, that's the thing with our people, a majority of our people, okay? The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. Jake, they look at the Most High like he's some sort of genie. Okay, they'll ask for, like these churches, like these pastors pushing these churches, that prosperity doctrine. You ask the Lord for a nice house, a nice car. Okay, the Lord ain't dealing with that. King Solomon asked for wisdom and understanding. How to rule. Okay, so look what the Lord is gonna give him. Let me read it again. The 11th verse. And Yahweh said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but thou hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart. Right? So that there was none like thee before, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. Okay? So he gave him riches and honor and understanding. And if thou wilt walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments as thy father did walk, then I will lengthen thy days. And Solomon woke and behold a dream. Okay, that's the point. But it said that King Solomon was the richest, okay, richest king of all kings on the earth, man. All because he asked for wisdom and understanding. Okay? So you get the point. Okay? So call hello Allah Yahweh by Shemel Shah. Shalom to the elect, Baba Kasha, Baba Bo, Baba Bo, Baha Yapi, Baha Yapi, Yahweh by Shemel Shah, Yahweh Ratazah, I feel like Za'ah. You know? Shalom to the elect.